Okay, so today we're on a stone coated steel job. It's unified steel now. It's a cottage panel. We did this original job like 12 years ago, and now this homeowner had an addition put on, and so the contractor hired us to come out, and we removed a bunch of panels so he could put the addition on. We used a bunch of panels on the back to patch in, and now we're had to get newer shingles. But you can see the fade over 15 years. Plus, that company's been sold a couple times, so it's not the exact same color, but it's the same panel. Something interesting about this panel, we got some more work to do on here. This slope here that ties in, so we have a 412 pitch roof here, 412 pitch here. I believe that's a 712 pitch up there. But right here where we got EPDM rubber, this is a 2.8 is what the pitch is, 2.8. So the manufacturer states that you can use this panel down to a 312 pitch. If you do, they want you to actually install two layers of high temp ice and water, and the panel itself at that point is just considered decoration. Well, I'm not a big fan of that, so what we ended up doing on this slope 2.8 is we're making it a rubber roof. So the reason I do that is because in South Dakota, the reason we do that is we have harsh winters here. So if we didn't have winter, you'd probably be okay all the time using this panel on a less than a 312 pitch, between a 2 and a 3 pitch with high temp ice and water under it. Probably would never have a problem because it's just going to tread the water out eventually somewhere. But ice dams are the biggest problem we have. So we have this big area here, and in a harsh winter you could have a snowbank up here, who knows how big. So then when the water needs to leave the roof, there's snow on the roof, it can't leave, so it's under pressure and it's being pushed left and right, and it's now underneath the panels, and it's just not a good situation. So I wasn't comfortable doing it. The contractor and I decided to do the EPDM just for that reason. You probably could have got by, but if the manufacturer tells you don't do something and you do it anyway, enough stuff goes wrong when you do it by the book anyway, why push it? So that's kind of what we did here, and that's the reason we did it. So it makes sense. Now we can sleep at night in harsh winters. We're never going to get a call back on this. I'll show you a couple of details how we do it. So what we have here, we have the EPDM, and we're going up this slope. Underneath here, we do have high density fiberboard, and we're glued down to that. Got the underlayment over the high density, and now we got to bend the shingles over. We're making kind of a ledge there. We have the EPDM water stop caulk underneath that board to keep water from going back up any higher. And then we're covering the board too. So on this, you can see this detail here. We have the 1x4 covered with stone coated steel flat stock. And then as we bend them over, we got a little bit of foam in here. The 1-inch foam, that's just going to basically keep snow from blowing up underneath there, and maybe a little bit of wind-driven rain to seal that up even more. That's kind of how we do it. Probably many ways a guy could do that. We've seen people install just a valley, just run a valley here, but then you're basically dumping a bunch of water into a valley. It's hard to handle it. It's a lot cleaner look to use the valley, you know, the two-piece valley that Unified Steel has. You could have easily done that, but I don't like putting all that water and then trying to get all that water to come out the bottom of that. So just let the water come off, drip down into the flat roof, and basically out it goes. It's kind of the plan that we have here. Here we have the two-piece valley system. Kind of show you how I do the valleys a second. Hundred different ways to do it, but you can get flat stock with the granules on it. We're just making a pan here. So this valley metal here, this pan here is just a piece of flat metal, and on this soffit fascia roof transition here, this panel is going up and underneath that, and this pan is bent back, and it has the bend back on the panel, so if any water does back up, it's going to eventually come out the front here underneath this panel. It's not blocked in there for any reason. That's kind of how we do it. And then you don't, if you run this valley all the way out, you run this panel in here, you're just going to have a bunch of shiny valley metal there, and it's just going to look tacky. So we hold the valley back, we put a pan in here. It just kind of cleans that detail up a little bit. I've seen guys just run the valley long. It's a galvanized metal, and they put coating on it, and they put the rock chips or the granule chips on there to cover up the shine and make it blend in, but that never lasts. It eventually just wears off. That's kind of a more permanent deal. Middle of this valley, we'll get a bead of caulk down it. It's a two-piece system, so we put cover tape on it. And you can use all kinds of different cover tape to make that work on there. So same system here, got a 1x4 on that. That looks dumb as hell. Boy's got a different color flat stock in there, don't particularly care for that. Probably change that out so it all matches. So they must have ran a piece short and just used an older piece. So we'll make that look a little bit better. Yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to press the like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next project. We're proud to serve the greater Sioux Falls area, and we're always here to help with all your roofing and exterior needs, from repairs to full replacements. Got a question or need help with your home? Drop a comment or reach out at 605-764-9517 or visit our website at gemwoodsroofing.com. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, we'll see you on the next project.